Okay, I just played a chord progression, and that's what we're going to learn about in this video. So at this point, just to recap, you should have the lyrics of your song memorized. You should have the melody of the song memorized. Even if you can't sing it, as best as you'd like to be able to, at least have it in your brain. You should have the chords for the song memorized, meaning you shouldn't have to go back and look at the chord charts. You should have, like if your song is a G chord and I say play a G chord, you should be able to just get your fingers there and play it. Okay. Now we're going to talk about actually learning the chord progressions for your song. So a chord progression is essentially just kind of a set pattern of chords, and usually that set pattern repeats throughout the entire song, or at least throughout parts of the song. So most songs have some kind of chord progression. Most songs probably have multiple chord progressions. It's rare that you're going to have a song that just has kind of random chords like splattered throughout the entire thing. So here's what we're going to do. For our imaginary song, it has the following chord progression: G, D, E minor, C. So what I want you to do is look at your song and see if you can identify chord progressions that exist within the song. And if there's a chord progression that happens frequently throughout the song, identify that, commit it to memory, and then practice it. So for our G, D, E minor, C progression, the idea is that rather than worry about what chord comes next, if I memorize that chord progression, I don't have to think about, what I'm going to be playing. My fingers are already kind of doing it. And that's kind of one of the secrets to being able to sing and play at the same time. We're doing so much. There's the singing, there's the lyrics. We want to sound good. We want to do a good strumming pattern. We want to play the right chords. So much is going on that we want to eliminate all of the stuff that we're sort of actively thinking about and really just let a lot of that kind of go on autopilot and not really have to worry about it. And memorizing and getting used to and getting comfortable with the chord progressions that exist within your song is a great way to kind of eliminate some of the stuff that we're thinking about. So looking at your song, see if you can identify some patterns of chords or chord progressions and practice them. And the other kind of cool thing about this is it's also going to help you just in general with your chord changes and your strumming. As you practice moving your fingers from one position to the next, you're going to get used to moving those positions and you're going to be faster at doing it. If you're just practicing a G chord by itself, all day long, you may get really good at playing that G chord, but you're not really getting good at moving your fingers to the next chord or from, the chord that comes before that. So practicing those chord changes is a great way to sort of start committing that progression to memory, but also get your fingers kind of used to doing that, sounding better as you're strumming. But really the main thing is less to think about. Once you've done that, then we can move to the next part and really start putting all of this stuff together. So if you're cool with all that stuff, I'll see you in the next section.